So we were all talking about when is she going to do this interview. It's like, oh, yes, she's doing it with Tim Walz. Here's Scott Jennings, CNN analyst, right here with some reaction.
I think it's incredibly weak sauce to show up with your running mate. The fact that they don't have enough confidence in her to let her sit herself, the actual top of the ticket, and do a single interview.
Mark, I'm going to let you start. So the optics there, some say is weak, but also it just cuts in on the time. Like if you look at the time that she may be allotting for this interview, and Walz may not add anything. And what's the strategy? Why do it like this?
Well, they want this to be more about vibes than about policy, and the two of them together can play off each other. We've seen as they've interviewed each other that they want to emphasize that rapport. It's a lot's going to be up to what agreement they've had with CNN and what Dana Bash chooses to do. Will she direct questions to Walz? Will he jump in? Will she have one-on-one time with Kamala Harris? I don't know the answers to any of those questions. But I think what the strategy is and whether it can be implemented will depend in part on how much she's able to be shielded by Walz as just being, as you said, diluting the time.
Yeah, Jason, shouldn't she just be in there by herself? She wants to be the leader of the free world. She's been pretty vocal. She was the last person in the room during the Afghanistan withdrawal. I mean, doesn't it show more strength if she was just to sit down by herself? After all, she's running for president.
Well, Bianca, I think a lot of people have very short memories. They forget that Paul Ryan sat for a joint interview with Mitt Romney, that Joe Biden sat for a joint interview with Barack Obama, that Mike Pence, remember that guy? He sat for a joint interview with Donald Trump. So this is not new. We know that they are selling both a ticket to the American people. We want to hear from J.D. Vance. We want to hear from Tim Walz. We want to hear from the top of those tickets as well.
Wait. Question from Mark Halperin. Okay, short memory, but maybe not. Mark, go ahead. Jump in.
Jason, I know you know that while the joint interview is a tradition, it usually comes after a long nominating process in which the presidential nominee does innumerable solo interviews. So I think you're comparing apples to armadillos in going to the past history of suggesting that this is normal, because this is not normal to have her first interview as the presidential candidate, not in the general nomination, be diluted by having her running mate with her. It's just not normal.
And not only is it not normal, it may be also a problematic because people will say, well, now she's done one. She's done an interview, and that's still not normal. Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, over and over taking questions. There are no guardrails. You can ask them anything, Jason. It just is different. And even you, as smart as you are, you have to admit that. It's not the same. Apples to armadillos or whatever you want to call it. She needs to get out there, and she needs to get out there with more than just CNN. I mean, many are calling Dana Bash somewhat of an apologist. She was on her show a few weeks ago, refuting the borders are, saying she wanted to clarify things. She's interviewed her before. I mean, come on. If she's really not afraid of it, then why not do more interviews?
So first of all, this is the first. We don't know what's going to happen next. We do know that you will hear directly from Kamala Harris at a debate on September 10th. I would agree that, things aren't apples to apples, and Mark has been in the game long enough to know that there's never been an apples to apples comparison when it comes to these sorts of things. And this might be the strangest or the most different of all campaigns that we've seen in our lifetime. So this idea that you're looking for apples to apples, I think is kind of out of the ordinary in and of itself. We're talking about short nominating process. We're talking about about 70 days left. This has only been about 120 days that she's had altogether, and she just became the nominee. So again, as you said,
she didn't just become the nominee.
Accepted at the convention. You were there, Bianca. We were there together.
I say with respect, you're the one who brought up the historical precedents, not me. I'm just saying
okay.
I don't think they apply. And I'll say, it is different, but there's something that's immutable, which is the American people should understand the positions of someone who's trying to be president.